For my next demo, I want to talk about custom fields. Now, custom fields are really super important because we want you to be able to customize Responsum to your organization, and we want you to be able to track whatever you find is necessary, whether we're talking about a processing activity, a data subject request, an incident, or anything else. You want to be able to log the information that is important for your company. And now every industry has their own little things that they want to customize. So let's get into it really quick. I'm going to open processing activity, and I already customized it a little bit. I went into the processing data lifecycle and I said, I want to add a custom section to it. So typically you want to know what data, whose data are you storing, where are you storing it, what's its retention period, and what's its disclosure. But in some cases, maybe you want to talk about what the data source is. So I created a custom field, which is a drop-down where you can say, look, the data source is direct. I looked it up in the register, or I got it from outer space. Now, this is going to be very interesting for you to add custom fields here very easily. Now, what you can also do is you can create fields that are not just fields, but entire links. So for example, if you say, in general information, I want to add a user who is maybe has a certain relation to this processing activity, like maybe they are accountable for it, and that's not something that we have in Responsum, although we do have an owner. Maybe you want to specify an accountable in addition to that. It is easy to also create custom links between objects. This could go from your processing activities, but it's also interesting, for example, if we're going to talk about a data subject request, you could have more information about the request inside here. Or let's say if you find certain risks and you want to say, look, I have a person who's responsible for those risks or accountable for those risks, or the person who found the risk, or anything you want to put in here, you can organize everything in the way that you want. And now these custom fields are not just fields that you can add anywhere in custom sections, but you can actually add these fields in between sections that already exist. Let me show you really quick how that works. So you go here into custom fields. I'll just select processing activity, and you can see I can reorder existing fields. I can hide them entirely from the application. I can make them expert only fields, which means that not everyone can see them or has them on by default. You can say whether or not they're required for your processing activity to be required 100% complete, so to speak. And you can really customize everything in Responsum very quickly. So these are a bunch of custom fields that I added into the main section, but I can also sort of drag them up and say, no, I'm going to have them here as a part of some other section. And now these custom fields are really first-class citizens, because if I go into the register and I customize this table, I can add my custom fields in here and say, oh, I've got this label for the AI Act that I'm going to drag in and save. And now you can see, poof, we've got the AI Act field going on here. I can reorder these as well, as you saw, sort of in here. I can sort, and I can even filter by them. AI Act. Yes, let's only show the ones that have it applicable. And there we go. We can sort by it. Of course, that's not really relevant because I already filtered. It comes in APIs. You can import it. You can export it. Anything you can do with the regular field in Responsum, you can also do with the custom field in Responsum. And that makes it really great as a tool for you to be able to wrap this around your existing process or in your organization. Especially helpful if maybe you're dealing with mergers or different teams doing things in their own ways. Now, on top of custom fields, I don't want to go through this too much, but I also want to show really quickly in terms of customization, we've got business rules. Now, for business rules, basically what you can do is you can make a rule where you can say, if a certain thing is true, I'm going to hide certain fields. And that makes it really easy for you to customize things even more, making certain fields conditional.